YouTubies? This is Two Girls One Controller, and today we're going to be changing the 72 pin connector in this Nintendo system. My girlfriend found this one in her garage, and it is a lot nicer, it's cleaner, less faded than the one that I currently own. And I'm trying to revamp my retro video game collection. The only problem is this one is giving me the blinking light whenever I plug it in and try to play a game, so that's why we're going to change the pin connector today. It's a pretty easy task is what I've been told. Even if you're not technically inclined or the fact that opening this up scares you to death, it's really simple process. I looked it up on YouTube, and I actually bought this brand new pin connector on eBay. It was 10 bucks, so really not a big deal to change the pin connector rather than actually buy a brand new system. Well, none of them are new anymore, I guess. Okay, enough chit chat. So what you'll need, obviously a Nintendo, the pin connector, some screwdrivers. Really probably only need this little long skinny one, but I like this one because it gives me a little more grip once I'm on the inside. First thing you want to do is take this bottom of the case off, and there are screws here in each corner and two right here. So we're just going to unscrew those right now. Alright, so this is what the inside looks like. Just a bunch of wires and, parts that make it go. You should have about 6 screws that you took out of the bottom. And the next order of business is just to take off these screws on this metal piece. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So we're just going to take all those off, and we can get to the pin connector underneath. Alright, so once you get all those off, you're just going to pull this metal piece right off pretty carefully. It just comes right off. Alright, and if you notice, once you get to this part, you might want to just blow this out or, wipe it out, clean it up a little bit. Because it could be really dusty. Like I said, this one actually looks pretty clean. I've opened up another one and it was full of dust. So, yeah, if yours is full of dust, you might want to clean it out because that'll help it work better. Alright, and next we're just going to take off this black piece right here because you've got your 72 pin connector right here. And we're going to have to remove this black case to get to it. And if you notice, a longer screw came out of that hole right here. There's going to be another one on the other side, but just pay attention because that one is a little bit longer than the other screws. Alright, so now we got all the screws off. We're just going to carefully pull this off. You kind of have to slide it away from the pin connector a little bit, and you just want to be careful of all the other moving parts that are inside, so just be gentle. This just comes right off. Set that aside. Alright, so now for the pin connector, what you gotta do is just gonna lift up the motherboard a little bit and pull off this black piece, which is a little tight. Wow, it's really on there. Alright, and you might find that with your pin connector as well. It's a little tight, but just be as gentle as you can, giving a little force. Also, you might want to clean this part. You can use a Brasso to shine it, or just some rubbing alcohol. Clean off the front and back. We're going to do that in just a second. Like I said, I bought this on eBay. It was 10 bucks. Super cheap. You can easily get one online. And that's about the going rate for these, 10 bucks. So here it is. Alright, and I'm actually gonna go get some alcohol real quick to clean this off. Alright guys, so we got some just normal rubbing alcohol. We're just gonna put it on a rag here, and I just use an old rag. You can use something fancier, but I mean, there's really no reason to. But you're just gonna clean this off. You want to get underneath as well, which I even have small fingers and it's kind of tight. Get under there. That's what she said. I'm just kind of running down some of these metal parts just because it's open and available, and dry it there. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so the new pin connector goes like this, I believe. So you want that lip, the overhang lip, to be on the top. This is where the games connect, and this goes on the bottom where it's going to connect here. I hope you could see that. Could you see that? Lip, connector, lip. Okay. You get the gist. So I'm just going to try to somehow get it back on here. Is really on there. Alright, that was pretty tough. Some might be tougher than others. Motherboard doesn't really wiggle too much in this one. But what you want to do is just make sure that the holes line up there and there. Alright, it's looking pretty good. So we're going to put this back on. And it goes like this, and what you want to do is just make sure the motherboard goes underneath this little lip right here. So this part will click under here, and then of course the connector will fit right in here. So here we go. Alright, so it is back on, and now you just have to screw it back on. And what you want to do is just make sure that the two longer screws go here and here. That's where they go. And then all the other ones are just the same size, so you're just going to be screwing everything back together. Alright, and actually just, you could actually test your games here, like in this condition, before you put everything together. If you're worried about your technical skills or your building skills or whatever, you can actually just plug it in, either on either side, the back or the side, and just slide your game right in there, and actually will power up if it's plugged in. And you can actually test it and see if it works. I'm not really worried about it. I'm pretty sure that it will work, so I'm going to take the risk without testing it, and I'm going to put it all back together. Just be aware that since this pin connector is brand new, your games will probably fit in really, really tightly and snugly, so it might be a little difficult to get them in and out. But it will wear down over time the more you use it. And we're just going to make sure that we put this on right. And then everything up. Oopsies. Alright guys, so there you have it. That's how you change the 72 pin connector in your Nintendo system. This is my first how-to video, which is kind of weird, I guess. Anyways, if you have any questions about the process or just want to post a comment, feel free to do so, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.